Despite imposing a 2-month-long nationwide lockdown, the most stringent across the globe, the total number of positive cases currently comes in at over 2.16 lakh. What is worse, many states have now started to report a rise in COVID cases among the migrant workers who travelled from other states. The Health Ministry, however, claims that India's fatality rate remains one of the lowest in the world, which is a fact, and that there has been no widespread community transmission. A joint statement.
Henceforth, let's get our act together, because I'll tell you a story. We are all caught in a net. This is a hunter's net. Story of pigeons where the hunter has thrown the net. That's the Corona. And we have to get away from this net. So the pigeon leader said, let's hold the net by the beak and let's fly together. So one important message that I want to go through is that we are all together. We need to fly together to escape from the coronavirus. So the pigeons flew at a long distance from the hunter's place, and they came to the ground. And they asked their dear friend rat, incidentally this is the rat of the Chinese, that's why we're staying like rats in the house. They asked their friends of rats to get rid of the net, and that's how it helped. And that's how the pigeons got free. So one important message I want to say, that we are all in it together. It's just going to be a story of and. That's one important message. And this is the 20th pandemic in the year 2020. I really don't understand why he gave her a special treatment to begin with. But after having said that, now let's do what can we do. I would see a series of decentralized healthcare centers coming up. I mean, there is a pathetic status of a primary healthcare. So use interim measures to have decentralized healthcare systems where people who are infected can be isolated, quarantined, and taken appropriate care. To me, that's the way to do it. Move as much as decentralization as possible, because there's going to be a movement, and then we'll have to have a series of protocols in terms of making sure that there is an order in the people that are seeking treatment. The most challenging part of this particular virus is what we call as asymptomatic but infected. They are the super spreaders. Now that's something we have to come into terms. That they are not visible, they're invisible. Anybody could be a super spreader. He's asymptomatic but infected. So therefore, we have only two options. Number one, take extreme personal protective measures. And here I see two components. One is called the face hygiene, or there is the washroom hygiene. The face hygiene, you have the mask, and you have to wear that mask for three reasons. One is that if you are infected with coronavirus, you reduce the probability of transmitting the virus to the other person. That's number one. Number two, when you're coughing, sneezing, or talking, you're again reducing the thing. The third thing is the grand balance of the coronavirus in the nasopharyngeal regions. So that's how we wear the mask. That comes as a physical barrier. The second thing is almost 80 to 90 times, without our knowledge, we touch our face, ears. You know, so I coined the term men. Keep men away. Keep mouth away. Keep eyes away, keep nose away.
द्वारकानाथ कोटनिस एक महत्वपूर्ण कड़ी हैं और आज चाइना के जो प्रेसिडेंट हैं जी जिनपिंग, उन्होंने फ्रेंडशिप अवार्ड से नवाजा है डॉक्टर कोटनिस के परिवार को। और मेरे साथ डॉक्टर कोटनिस की बहन है मनोरमा कोटनिस, उनसे बात करेंगे। मनोरमा जी, हाँ, आपकी मुलाकात हुई प्रेसिडेंट से, चाइनीज प्रेसिडेंट जी जिनपिंग से, क्या बातचीत हुई और आपको अवार्ड मिला है, बताइए।
चाइना के लिए हम हमेशा चिंतित रहते हैं और मुझे बहुत मौका मिला है चाइना में आने का। और जब मैं आती हूँ तब चाइना के प्रोग्रेस देख के मुझे बहुत आश्चर्य हो जाता है कि इतना जल्दी उनका डेवलपमेंट कैसे हो रहा है। और पीछे जब चाइनीज डेलीगेशन बम्बई आते हैं, वो आने के बाद हमारे साथ बात करते हैं, हमको मिलते हैं। चाइनीज़ काउंसिल जनरल जब आते हैं बम्बई में, उनकी अपॉइंटमेंट होती है, वो भी हमेशा आके पहले हमें मिलते हैं और हमारे उनके साथ मुलाकात रहती है। और इस तरह उनके साथ फ्रेंडशिप और मैत्री हमेशा रहती है।